Today we have Kylie Odetta all the way from Greenville, South Carolina. Yeah!
Hello! Thank you for having me.
Well, we are totally thrilled about having you. I understand that you are on a month-long tour.
I am.
And where did the tour start?
So the tour started, where did it start? Macon, Georgia. Wait, no, that was the second leg. We actually started before that in Alabama, somewhere in Alabama. All right. It's been a lot of days. I don't remember.
Once you're finished in Texas, where are you going from there?
I'll be headed to Oklahoma City and then eventually to Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, I'm very excited. It's been super fun so far. We've had like a lot of bumps along the road, but that have turned into actually being like little blessings and just fun adventures. So it's been really cool.
And you've got your mom here with you.
Yes,
Yay.
I do. She's lovely. That's her mom.
Yay. Keeping you out of trouble because you're gorgeous, and we want to keep you safe from all those creepies out there.
Well, she's gorgeous too. So
she is, but you know, power in numbers.
That's true. Safety in numbers.
So let me ask you, when did you start writing music and playing keys?
I started writing music when I was 8, and I actually started playing keys before that when I was 6 years old. That's when I first started taking lessons. And I actually quit after about 2 years, and I was like, I just didn't like my teacher. I have this complex with people using baby talk, and so she would like baby talk me like, honey, sweetie, da, da, da. And I was like, I already have a mom. And so I quit, and then a few months later I asked my parents, I was like, I want to play piano again, and they're like, okay. And so that time I really stuck with it and just started to love it so much. And I wrote songs for the first time when I was 8, and people are always like, oh, did you like try really hard, da, da, da. And it literally was the most random thing that happened. I was outside playing hopscotch with my brother. Mm-hmm. And I had this tune stuck in my head, and I had some words going through my head, and I was like, give me 1 sec, and I just ran inside, wrote it down, and then I went back out to play, and then that was the start. They just kind of started flowing out of me from then, but it was definitely just a very natural thing. Yeah,
you're the vessel. Comes from someplace.
It does. Comes from above, for sure. I don't know how I'm able to do it. It's definitely a God-given thing.
Is anybody in your family musical?
Pretty much both my parents. My mom hates for me to say it, but she used to sing in chorus and all that stuff, and they would sing us to sleep. And my dad, actually, he was a songwriter when I was a kid. He still writes every now and then. They call him the word man because he just comes up with like slogans and things really quickly. But yeah, so they both used to sing me and my brother to sleep as kids, and so it was always music playing in the house. And my 2 grandmas, they both played piano, so definitely some musical
Come by it honestly
history in the family.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great, and you're young.
I am.
And obviously you have some direction in your life, and you know what you want to do.
That's
and this is
true.
it. You know, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, and I'm 52, so.
Well, hey, I think if this is a good gig, you could stick with this.
Yeah. My co-host tonight is Barbara. She normally takes pictures, which she did tonight too, so she's being very versatile because our Mr. Randy had eye surgery today, and he's having some issues tonight.
Yes.
So,
and we wish him all the best.
Yes. We do.
Tell us which artists you look to for inspiration.
There's been many artists over the years that I admire. There's never been one in particular that I, aspire to be like. I know it sounds like cliche, but I've always tried to be original with my music,
That's good.
But everything does come from somewhere. A few of my favorite artists are Vance Joy, Corinne Bailey Rae, Norah Jones, Adele, Ed Sheeran. So it's kind of been like a stockpile of many different artists that I look up to throughout the years.
Yeah, that's awesome. I understand, too, that if our listening audience will go online to YouTube, that you have a new music video that you've just put out there.
I do. I recently, over the summer, I recorded a live session video, 2 of them, at a studio back in my hometown. I had never done anything like that before. I've, shot actual music videos where it's kind of a little bit of acting and, things like that, but this was just a live studio recording of me and a guitar player and a drummer playing one of my original songs, and then we also shot a video of a mashup that I created using 3 popular cover songs. So it's This Is What You Came For by Calvin Harris and Rihanna, Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande, and Give Me Love by Ed Sheeran. And I took those 3 songs and different lyrics and different melodies from all 3 of them and formed them together to create this new song basically out of those 3 songs. And so I did that, and we recorded it back in, I think it was June, and that was really cool. I had never done anything like that before. So that just came out last week, and it's already got like almost over 8,000 views, which is insane to me. I don't, it blows me away.
Well, now on YouTube, if you have so many views, don't you start like making money off of that?
There is ways you can do that. It's called like monetizing with ads. So whenever you see an ad before a YouTube video, they're usually getting a few cents per play or whatever that is.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I have these videos set up for that yet.
Well, you need to do that, especially if you've got that many views already. Oh, and I understand, too, that, I mean, this is a big year for you because November you're going into the studio, and you're going to be recording a new project.
Yes. The last project that I put out was in February of this past year, and so it's been a little bit since I've been in the studio to record a new EP or album, and I'm very excited about it because this last project that I put out was called High Dreamer, and it had 5 songs on it, and it was really the first genuine step in the direction of the style of music that I portray and that I feel I am as an artist. And so this next project, I wanted to expand on that even more, and I'm looking to have maybe some more live elements, as in like horns and some cool bass lines, just a real still singer-songwriter feel, but with some more jazzy elements in it, because I'm really into that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. If our listening audience would like to get your EP and your stuff coming up that you're going to be releasing, how would they get that?
You can go to my website, KylieOdetta.com. It's KylieOdetta.com. And from there, it has all the links to iTunes, Spotify, and you can actually order the physical CD from my website store page, and we can ship it to you.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's probably the best place to do it because you get all the proceeds, right?
Yes, I do.
Even better. Push that website. So, at 19, like I said before, I had no idea what I wanted to do. What are your goals for yourself and your career with your music?
Yeah. So, it's definitely, music has been something that I've known from a very early age I wanted to do for the rest of my life in some spectrum. I was 12 when I played in a school talent show, and I came off the stage, and I was nervous as crap. I used to have very bad stage fright. Not so much anymore, but it used to be very bad. Yeah. And even being as nervous as I told my mom, I was like, this is something I want to do for the rest of my life. And she was like, what? How do we do that? And so, I'm definitely blessed and have been able to do this because my family's been so supportive of it. My goals are to just have a sustainable music career. I'd love to do that as a performing artist, going and playing shows and things like that. A short-term, long-term-ish goal of mine is to be able to sell out in a 1,000-seat venue. So I'd love to, do that and be able to do that one day. But really just to have a life centered around music and be able to support myself through that, whether it's with songwriting, producing, playing shows, all of the above.
Right.
Is there a venue that you are looking forward to playing at one day?
There's I don't know that many. I guess the most practical one that I can think of right now that I think would be really cool, in the next few years to be able to play would be the Music Farm in Charleston or the Music Farm in Columbia, which I've actually played the Music Farm in Charleston, but it was for a festival. So to be able to headline my own show and, pack out that place within the next few years would be really neat.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I have never been there, but I hear so many people talk about it in Colorado, and you'll be going there. Yes. Is Red Rocks.
Yes, I've actually been there. That's a good one.
You've been there?
You just put the idea in my mind. Now I got to play there.
Okay, good. Good.
I wish you luck because it's a wonderful place.
Yes, it's beautiful. We're actually, me and my mom are planning, I think they have a church service there on Sunday, so we've been there to visit before, and we're going to go stop through on tour and go to church there, so I think that'll be cool.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Because of your age, and there's nothing wrong with you being young. I wish I was 19 again. You don't have as much life under you as a lot of the older artists do. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, life experiences and things like that kind of influences our writing. And
definitely.
And it's definitely good therapy.
Oh, yes.
Have you thought about getting together with some aged songwriters and co-writing? Have you thought about doing that?
I actually have done a good bit of co-writing in the past few years, some with people my age, some with older people. It's definitely a really cool thing, I think, and I think it's definitely important to do because it's so neat when you're in there. You have your experiences, and for me, what I often do is I'll take something that I feel and I'll expand on it and create this, epic story that could possibly be universally felt. But with co-writing, I've noticed it's really cool is when you have another person in the room, whether your age, older, etc., they bring all of their experiences and all of their life perspective, and maybe an idea you bring up, they're like, oh, I've got this, and it just fits well together. So it's really neat. It's been really cool because sometimes when you're like stuck on a lyric and then someone else comes in and they have a whole different perspective on it, and it can be really neat.
Yeah. Brainstorming. It's so much fun. Well, I want to hear your stuff. I really am excited, and I'm excited to follow your career, and I will be watching.
Thank you.
So we will be back momentarily with Kylie Odetta and her songs.